Could the end of free speech be near? Is the Obama administration and Congress plotting an all-out attack on the First Amendment, and is talk radio in the crosshairs?
Well, I hope not, but I don't know much about it. But this guy does. Brad O'Leary is the author of a brand new book called Shut Up America, The End of Free Speech. What do you mean, the end of free speech?
Well, we've had free speech in the country for a long time, but little bit Congress has taken some of it away. In the campaign finance bill, which I read about, you no longer can have organizations criticize a congressman 60 days before an election. That's free speech gone away. Now they want to take free speech away in radio, bring back the fairness doctrine, perhaps in little ways at a time, and also they've introduced bills to take over the Internet, so that the president has complete control over the Internet and can shut it off at any time he wants.
So you're talking about, right now, the mainstream media is very positively reviewing the president's administration, but there are the two spots that are highly critical. Talk radio, which has a lot of very popular leaning to the right hosts, and the Internet. So it's all about silencing critics?
Silencing critics, because when he runs for re-election, if the Internet is controlled and if talk radio is controlled, he'll have a better outcome than he might if they can continue to criticize.
But Brad, if those who are worried about this and this ongoing trend, they have one person on their side, they have one thing on their side, that's the Constitution. So you get yourself a lawyer, you go up and you say, my amendments are being, my rights are being violated, you win.
Well, you would think so. But in the instance of organizations, they took free speech away from them already. It's gone. You cannot criticize a United States senator or congressman 60 days before an election.
Absolutely.
So that's free speech.
What's the next shoe to drop?
The next shoe to drop is probably localism. It's what I call really the commissar committees. And what's going to happen is they're going to say to all the radio stations, we want you to have a local committee that can tell us if you offend anyone who lives in your particular area, and if you're not covering local news.
Because that is a shot at Sean Hannity and Rush Limbaugh, which are nationwide shows, whereas if you're living in Omaha, they go, okay, you run Rush and you run Sean, where's the Omaha part?
That's correct. That'll be the next shoe to drop, and the chairman of the FCC is completely for bringing back the fairness doctrine. A majority of congressmen and senators are for it, and the chairman of the FCC also wants to create a fairness doctrine for the Internet.
Interesting stuff. Check out his brand new book, #1 on Amazon earlier in the week. It's called Shut Up America, The End of Free Speech. Brad O'Leary, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
I don't know how you legislate the Internet. I mean, how can you possibly rein that in?
The bill that's been introduced would give the president, or a czar he appoints, another czar, complete control of the Internet. So if any time he determines there's an emergency, and they don't outline in the bill what an emergency would be, it could be a Tea Party,